Welcome to Action Figure Wrestling Blackout. Brother Love, and with me is Classy Freddy. Lastly, this is our go home show before the pay-per-view. Tonight we have a huge show. In fact, one of our champions, Chris Benoit, is pulling double duty. He's defending the Action Figure Wrestling title against the Hurricane, and he's got a shot at the World Championship. So let's throw it to our ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the night is for the Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore title. It's title versus career. Introducing first your Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore Champion, Nate the Great. Nate the Great. As you can see, we're changing up our stairs a little bit. We got both sets of steps on the same side of the ring. Different corners, same side of the ring. And his opponent, Tatanka. Tatanka is putting his career on the line tonight against Nate the Great for the Hardcore title. Native American Tatanka has been wanting to defend his title here. Has been trying to get a championship. And he knows that if he don't win one, he has to leave. One. Nate the Great with the 1 count on Tatanka. 1, 2. Nate the Great. 1, 2, 3. Your winner. And still Hardcore Champion Nate the Great. So Sunday at the pay-per-view, Nate the Great will go title versus career against the Big Boss Man. And if he beats the Big Boss Man at the pay-per-view, not only is it at the end of the Boss Man's career, but it will also be Nate the Great will be 50-0 on Sunday if he beats the Big Boss Man. Nate the Great has ended the career of many performers here. Up next is for the WCW Championship. And it's going to be for the Japanese Cruiserweight title as well. So it's title versus title. How does this work? Well, the first pinfall is for the Japanese Cruiserweight title. which has been held by Rey Mysterio. Introducing first your Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio. So the Cruiserweight Championship, the Japanese Cruiserweight title, will be on the line here, and it's going to be a title versus title match. And his opponent and defending the WCW Championship, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens going after 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, your winner. And still the Japanese Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio. Now Kevin Owens is trying to defend. Now the next one will be for the WCW title. Kevin Owens dumps him out of the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. A 1 count that time. Rey Mysterio got a 1 count. 1, 2, and the kick out. Neither one of them's shoulders are down, so that referee breaks that up. Kevin Owens had that one shoulder up off the mat, and Rey Mysterio had both heads up off the mat. Smart of Rey Mysterio to land on his back, because if he hadn't. 1, 2, 3, your winner is still WCW Champion, Kevin Owens. I have a feeling this is going to end up being one of those rivalries that could end up going into a best of 3 falls match later on down the road. I don't know. If our fans like it, maybe. Alright, tonight, the Legends Champion, not Legends, the Classic Champion, who's here tonight, defending his title, the kid named Derrick Johnson. And this kid has been working very hard to keep his title. Introducing first, the Classic Champion, the ladies' man, Derrick Johnson, and his opponent, Kevin Owens. facing Abyss at the pay-per-view for this very title. Well, they'd be defending this very title against the Monster Abyss. 1-2. And this kid, Derrick Johnson, he's trying his best to make sure he puts on a good show against Kevin Owens, because he knows if you don't beat Kevin Owens, 1, 2, 3, your winner, and still classic champion, the ladies' man, Derrick Johnson. So Derrick Johnson beat Kevin Owens. I know what Kevin Owens is trying for. He was trying to get 2 titles that are one's up higher than the other. That way he could move up quicker. But he failed. Also, other matches on the pay-per-view, the Women's Intercontinental title champion Karen Delgado will defend against Trish Stratus. And the Hardcore champion, which we already talked about earlier today, Nate the Great, will defend against the Boss Man, title versus career. But the ECW champion, Aiden English, will defend against CM Punk. And of course, we just mentioned with this last match, Derrick Johnson, the classic champion, will defend against Abyss. And let's don't forget the big match. The Gooch, the Hurricane, the Prince of Punk, with Daphne in their corner, versus the Extremist, with both referees and special enforcer Magnum TA. Up next is for the Action Figure Wrestling Tag Team titles. Introducing first your Tag Team Champions, Duke and Gun Ho, G.I. Joe. Duke and Gun Ho. And their opponents, Sushi Boy number 1 and Sushi Boy number 2. The Sushi Boys. Of course, the Sushi Boys, are they going at it alone? Or will the leader of their faction, Sushi Man, be coming out here going on the ringside? There he is. We knew he was going to come down here sooner or later. We just knew he was going to be here. And of course, there he is over there, cheering on. Looks like Sushi Boy number 1 is going to start for the Sushi Boys. 1. The kick out made. Gun Ho just tagged in Duke. 1-2. And man, when they clashed, Sushi Man got taken out there. Sushi Boy number 2, he was just tagged in. He tried to take Duke down, but he didn't. He tried a spine buster. They ended up going into the ring ropes. 1, 2, 3, your winners. And still, Action Figure Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Duke and Gun Ho, G.I. Joe. Sushi Man, he's telling Sushi Boy number 1 off. I mean, Sushi Boy number 2 off, since he ended up getting pinned. Sushi Boy number 2, he's he's in between the two, trying to tell him, hey, let's break it up. Wait a minute, what's he saying? He ordered Sushi Boy number 1 to go back to the locker room. You failed, you gotta learn a lesson. Kicks him in the groin, he picks him up. No, not a reverse tombstone. A reverse tombstone power driver. And Sushi Man just leaves Sushi Boy number 2 in the ring. Your next match is for the Action Figure Wrestling Championship. Introducing first your Action Figure Wrestling Champion, Chris Benoit. Now Benoit will be performing again later tonight in the main event. And the winner of that main event will defend against Sergeant Slaughter at the pay-per-view. And his opponent, the Hurricane. The Hurricane does have a match Sunday at the pay-per-view. I think Chris Benoit was caught off guard by the Hurricane there. 1, 2. One, two, three, your winner. And still Action Figure Wrestling Champion, Chris Benoit. Things are not looking very good for the Hurricane. He has lost every match he's had going into the pay-per-view here lately. Things seems like that happens on occasion. Something like that would happen with this. Wait a minute, what's this? This isn't supposed to be happening. This 24/7 champion Becky Lynch. She's running from somebody. She takes the belt off and just drops it in the middle of the ring. Where is she going? Why does she keep turning around like somebody's after her? Wait a minute. Look at there. Look who's running up the steps. It's EC3. EC3. We got an impromptu 24/7 title match. Becky Lynch versus EC3. 1. One, two. One, two, three. You're the winner and the new 24/7 champion, EC3. He picks up the belt. He's getting ready to put it on. Look at that. He's getting ready to put that belt on and get out of there. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for trying to get out of here, because you try to get out of here as quick as you can, especially when this 24 championship. Wait a minute. Jay Lethal. Where did he come from? Jay Lethal. 1, 2, 3. And Jay Lethal just pinned EC3 for the 24/7 championship. And now Jay Lethal is trying to get out of here. Wait a minute. That's Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman. 1, 2, 3. And Braun Strowman's now the 24/7 champion. Wait a minute, it's the big dog, Roman Reigns. And now Roman Reigns is trying to keep Braun Strowman from leaving with the 24/7 championship. But Roman Reigns, we know what a really pathetic person he is. 1, 2, 3. What? Roman Reigns actually wins a singles title without any help? Yeah, but it's the 24/7 title. And he just left. He just booked it out of here. We just seen the 24/7 title change hands 4 times within minutes. That's the exciting part about the 24/7 title. You don't know who's going to win it. You don't know when they're going to win it or how they're going to win it. Up next is a Action Figure Wrestling World Tag Team Title match. Introducing first the Action Figure Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. Bryan and Styles have proven themselves a very worthy World Tag Team Champions. And their opponents from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Joe and Dakota. If you're wondering where Mo is right now out with an injury. So Dakota is tagging with Joe. One. Joe kicks out. He tags Dakota. One, two. Daniel Bryan kicked out. And Daniel Bryan just tagged AJ Styles. 1, 2, 3. Yo, winners. And still World Tag Team Champions. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Up next is the world title match. Now here's something very interesting I want everyone to think about. If Chris Benoit wins here, for the world title, he could potentially turn his match at the pay-per-view into a 2-title match. Introducing first, this next match is for the Action Figure Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first the Action Figure Wrestling World Champion, 7-time World Champion, Chris Jericho. Jericho wanted to make sure we got that 7-time out there. And his opponent, the current Action Figure Wrestling Champion, Chris Benoit. 1, 2. Benoit tried to go for the quick pinfall there. 1, 2, 3, your winner. And still, Action Figure Wrestling World Champion, Chris Jericho. So it will be Chris Jericho versus Sergeant Slaughter Sunday at the pay-per-view for the world title. We haven't seen Shane Douglas and New Jack, the Extremist, since Monday on Blue Empire. Who is the third man? Do they have a third man? What's in store? So we'll give you a quick rundown of the people who are on this particular roster. Who actually have matches at Sunday's pay-per-view. We can only show you 2 matches anyway. You got the women's champion, Karen Delgado, versus Trish Stratus. And you got the world champion, Chris Jericho, who won at the last pay-per-view, versus Sergeant Slaughter. The Slaughter versus Jericho match will be a career versus title match. Also, all the other great matches we mentioned, and it's also, remember, the pay-per-view Sunday could change the history of action figure wrestling forever. Until then, I'm Brother Love, this is Classy Friday Blassie, and see you Sunday at the pay-per-view.